Light on this. We have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, His Excellency Ambassador Mongi Badr, political expert. Good afternoon, sir. Your Excellency?
Yes?
Good afternoon.
I'm hearing you. Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Well, Ambassador Badr, what are the primary objectives or the main aim of the Kenyan President's visit to Egypt, and how do both countries expect to benefit from this visit?
Yeah, in fact, it's a very historical relation between Egypt and Kenya since 16. Late Gamal Abdel Nasser held them for their independence. And also, Egypt and Kenya, they are coordinated through COMESA and the EU. In fact, there are many objectives of this trip or visit of Kenyan president to Egypt. Number one, strengthen bilateral trade. Number two, infrastructure development, climate change and energy, peace and security. Both nations, in fact, expect to benefit to increase trade, job creation, and the transfer of technology and expertise. This visit will include economy, investment, transfer of technology, and also maybe cooperation in military field.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Badr, what about the diplomatic relations? How would this visit boost the diplomatic relations?
In fact, this visit solidifies Kenya as a strategic partner for Egypt in East Africa, enhancing ties within COMESA and also African CEFTA framework. The trade relation is very critical as Kenya imports industrial goods, machinery and construction materials from Egypt, while Egypt imports Kenyan agricultural products like tea, coffee and horticulture. Diplomacy, the visit is significant for creating united front in regional and continental initiatives such as peace building in the Horn of Africa and Sahel.
Yes, as a result of this visit, what are the sectors that are expected to see more or deep cooperation between the two countries?
The key sector will include, number one, agriculture. Egypt could share irrigation and the technique and technologies for food security in Kenya. Number two, energy. Renewable energy projects, including solar power, are potential areas of collaboration. Trade and industrialization, joint venture to add value to raw materials and industrial goods. Next, tourism, promoting cultural exchange and leverage Egypt's experience in the global tourism market. The last point, it's education, enhancing scholarship and technical training for Kenyan students in Egypt.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Badr, with both countries being part of the organizations, regional organizations, like for example the COMESA, how can Egypt and Kenya work together to foster and boost economic integration in Africa?
In fact, Egypt and Kenya, both key members of COMESA, they can do the coming point. Number one, promote regional values chain to enhance productivity in agriculture and manufacturing. Number two, support trade facilitating measures such as simplifying border procedures.
Yes.
Number three, push for infrastructure projects that connect East and North Africa, like road and rail links. In this point, I would like to shed more light because His Excellency, Mr. President Sisi, is the chairman of NIBAD, 2063. And the NEBAD initiative, its main concern, it's developing infrastructure in Africa.
Yes.
The last point which I would like to mention in this point, strengthening cooperation in the African CEFTA. And the CEFTA, it's the common free trade area for Africa, to boost intra-African trade and reduce dependence on external market. In this point also, I would like to shed more light that intra-trade between African countries, it's very low compared with intra-trade in Europe, Asia, or America.
Yes.
So I think Mr. President Sisi, he is going to shed more light about this point to increase intra-trade between African countries.
Yes. How can Egypt assist Kenya in the climate change field, especially, and in order to face the challenges of the climate change, especially in terms of sustainable development and energy solutions?
After COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh, I think Egypt, it has unique experience for climate change challenge. So with Kenya, Egypt could help in 5 items. Number 1, providing renewable energy expertise like solar plant and wind farms. Number 2, sharing technology for efficient water resource management, including desalination and drip irrigation. Number 3, collaborating on sustainable agriculture and forestry program to compete desertification. The last point, advocating for African interest in global climate negotiation, as Egypt did during COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh since 2 years back.
Yes. Your Excellency, Ambassador Badr, how can Egypt assist Kenya in taking security measures and face the challenges of security, especially in facing terrorism, as Egypt had, of course, a great experience in this field?
In fact, it's a very sensitive point, as Egypt has experience in many items. Counter-terrorism training. Egypt could train Kenyan forces to counter group like many fundamental group. Number 2, regional stability effort. Working with Kenya on peace process and the Horn of Africa and the Great Lake region.
Yes.
Number 3, intelligence sharing, strengthening regional network to combat cross-border threats. This is a very important point. The last one, capacity building, providing technical assistance for border security and anti-terror operation.
Yes, so I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. Your Excellency, Ambassador Mongi Badr, the political expert specialized in international relations. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I'm going to be back with you.